Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday morning and I'm on the way to the shooting jobs now. Another busy week. I had a nice little break this weekend in Abersoch, which was nice. Went down and stayed in Rachel's mate's caravan. And yeah, I've not had a chance to edit the videos this week. I've been chocker. And so if you're watching this now, obviously they'll have been out because I've had such a busy week, and there's a few things that have happened last week that I wasn't sure whether to show or not, so I haven't actually edited them videos yet at the time of recording this, so I don't know whether I have or not included it, but good things and bad, but hopefully everything in the end is good, isn't it? So we've got another lad starting today, Liam, who's messaged me online and sent me pictures of stuff he's done, and hopefully he can come in and stay with us if he's good. Tony's come in last week. Tony's done well, worked hard, and he drives, which is a massive help. So I said to the lads the other day, on Friday, I thought I was going to Abersoch Friday, but I wasn't, so we were going Friday after work. But the lads come in, and if I'd not brought Tony in, who can drive, and he's old enough to drive the vans on the insurance, then none of the lads could have worked because the two tippers were full, and Ben's on holiday, Mick's off, and I thought I was going to Abersoch. So I said to the lads, when the two tippers are full, you're ripping a house out, you've got nowhere to put them. Like, you would have been off work today if it wasn't for Tony. And I was like, you know, just a reminder that you need to get your licence and like keep improving. But yeah, maybe I've set the bar too low by hiring people with, like, I found Tony and it's like, oh, you found someone who can work and also drives, and it's like, wow, when really that should be the norm for anyone older than 17. I do get it now because a lot of the lads say about insurance and stuff, like they're paying nearly $3,000 for a year for insurance, which is insane, I think, but if that's what they need to do, but right, so we've got a job that we need to strip wallpaper on and plaster. The one we done the needles on the other day, so we went in to do that, and the lads started doing it, and they were using a steamer, and strangely one of the tenants come out and said that the landlord hadn't notified them that a steamer would be getting used, like this type of equipment, and is it safe? He doesn't feel safe in the flat with like this steam coming off, and you just think, like, a part of me was telling the lads, just crack on, get the job done, because like a lot of the time wasted in building is travelling to and from or organising stuff. So if you're there and you're set up and you're doing it, and then you go, okay, like, it's easy to say, oh, we'll leave it and we'll go to another job, which we're lucky that we have that flexibility. Otherwise, if it was like, you know, if it wasn't over the road from the jobs we were doing, you know, what would the lads do? Just go home, and that's a day wasted. But yeah, bit of a weird one, but luckily we said, oh look, you know, spoke to the company we were managing for them, and they said, look, the tenants move out next week, so just wait till next week. So we're going to go in today and hopefully finish stripping that wallpaper and get it ready for skimming. And then Mick's back in, so Mick's going to carry on blockwork where Ben left, and hopefully we'll get them steers in. I think the other builder's ready to take that one over soon, so get that job ticked off our list, and then we're on to the other job now that we're ripping out. So we've got 3 more houses that we've got to rip out now, so we've just started another one now, and I've just got to make sure, because these are all for different same company but for different parts of the company, so I've got to keep all the invoicing and hours etc separate. But yeah, we'll pull up to Langton now and meet Mick, set him up and the new lad, and then I'll go back to the rip out job with the lads and hopefully give them a push, because busy week, and then I have got to post a letter to the Land Registry, which has took me a while to write because I've had to get legal documents and stuff, and so I've had a bit of a, I don't know if it's just come from obviously time, because like I say, time heals everything and makes things clearer and whatever. But with the adverse possession on the yard, obviously the neighbours, in my eyes it's clear that they have moved the fence and they've made their garden bigger from when they bought it. However, I understand that the family that lived there didn't have a fence up and it was like all open and stuff, and maybe it was the same size as what it was, sort of thing. But obviously they didn't own it, so I've paid for it, so I don't feel it's fair that I'm at a financial loss because of that. So what I'm suggesting is I'm hopefully going to send these documents off, and Land Registry will hopefully refuse the adverse possession claim, because I don't think it's fair that I'm the only person in this whole thing that loses out when I feel like I've done everything legally and like the right way. But one thing I am going to do is, if we do get the adverse possession claim knocked back, like I'm not using that bit of land now, and it seems a bit unfair to ask them to demolish all their stuff and somehow find somewhere to put all their stuff they've collected over the years. So what I'm going to suggest, if the adverse possession gets cancelled, if it doesn't and they get it, then you know, fair play. I'm not gonna take it any further than it has. It's just a big massive smack in the face and lesson for me that you're not buying something that you think you're buying, even if Land Registry give you a document to say you are. It can be reversed, etc. So it's a lesson in that sense either way. But if it does get, you know, if it does say it's my land and they've got to give it back, I'll let them stay there for as long as they're in that house. So as long as I own it and I'm not losing value by doing it, I'll let them keep the fence where it is and keep their bits there until either they sell the house or move out, sort of thing. And then obviously we can put it back, and yeah, there's some other bits happening that I'll share once I'm able to. But yeah, that's I don't think I can be fairer than that. I did offer to sign the land over to them legally, but that's not an option anymore now, in exchange for a drainage. So I think this is the fairest and nicest way. If it does get cancelled, that I can just say, well look, you remain there, everything stays the same, except I do own that land, and that when you do sell the house, like you have got to obviously put it back, and I'll regain that as parking for the yard then. Right, let's go in this job and see how we're getting on. So I was just on the other student job, which say we're going to hand over to the other builder soon. So this steel needs to come down 9 centimetres. I think when we've done it, they've missed off the height of the padstone. So what we're going to do is acro one side up, drop the pad, and then acro this side, drop it, get that in, and then that'll give us the height, obviously 2.6 off here then for this padstone. For this side, I'm just going to order lintels now for these 2 openings. We've got the steels here to go in, obviously for the second story. I'm just going to go and pick up some block. We've got sand cement, so it's just lintels, block, and then obviously we'll come and set scaffolding up on the outside and inside of this, so that we can carry on. And I need to go and get the what are they called, profiles, to help knock the outside up quicker. And we've got Liam in today on his first day. You gonna say hello to YouTube?
Nah, not yet.
The competition.
CT1? What was it?
200 quid's worth.
What, you got it?
Basket.
What was that on?
Fuel station, the competition. Yeah,
Oh, boss.
yeah.
What, so you got 200 quid's worth of tape measures or 200 quid's worth of CT1?
CT1, woolly art, tape measures, pencils, pens, mitre bond.
Sound? I'll have to enter them more then. I always look at them and think no chance of winning that. So,
You have just seen that message that. Oh, yes.
sorry mate.
Sorry. We took. I know that the guy had to be out by the first, weren't he?
Yeah, he's out now.
Yeah, was he?
That was weird, that, wasn't it? He was like, oh yeah, you know, the landlord didn't tell me you'd be using like machines, like steam machines.
Before we even put the steamer on, he was asking what time we going, so I just think he was just
Hi mate, you okay? Just checking, obviously you want all the wallpaper off. So like this bit in the top bit. Obviously I don't know if that's been fixed. And then all that's wallpapered as well. All the way down here. All that's wallpapered, the ceiling. And then down obviously to this bit and all the way down. So do you literally want all the wallpaper off so that it's all plastered, there's no wallpaper left in the hallway. So this is the job that the tenants were moaning about, the steam coming off the steamer. And it's quite funny that, isn't it? Well, you were here, weren't you? What was he like?
But passive aggressive.
A bit passive aggressive. Yeah. So the lads started obviously stripping this and then obviously had to stop with the tenant. So hopefully with the landlord on this one, they were asking for obviously what it'd cost to take all the paper off, and I said, to be honest, wallpaper's so 50-50, it's either comes off easy, which this one's coming off all right, isn't it?
This side's not
sometimes you do it and you can be there all day and do like a small square. So I said to him, look, you know, we're just gonna have to do it on a day by day and see how far they get. But obviously getting kicked out by the tenants doesn't help. Just gonna get the steamer going now, but they wanna. The rest of this house has been skimmed except for the hallway, and the managing agents have took this over and wanna obviously get the prices of the rents up. So they've said to obviously just strip all this old wood chip off, which obviously that bit will have to come off anyway. I told them to check with the landlord whether that's been fixed. There's a few like little thingy jobs someone's done. I don't think this is how we fix spindles nowadays, but but yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of wallpaper, and then obviously to skim this we'd have to get ladders and whatever else up. But yeah, we'll give it a go, see how long it takes the lads to strip all this wallpaper off, and then once it's skimmed, a few little, say, get rid of these little bits. You've got who's done these spindles? That one's upside down. That's a different style. That's a different style. That's a different style. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's different. That one's different. You've got 4 different styles of spindle there. And upside down, and that's a little cool one. Someone's gone to the effort of obviously, I don't know whether they've cut that down and glued it in, but it looks good. Right, what we're going to do is fire alarm and then I'll be back. Every single outlet has got 2 cables on the ground floor. So that one's got 2, that one's got 2, the hall's got 2, and the front bedroom's got 2. And then obviously where the roof's been altered, this one had 4. So I'm guessing obviously it's been where there's a cut and someone's joined them. However, I've linked out this was the heat alarm, so this was the only one with power. All these others, I haven't figured out where they go yet, but obviously this one I'm guessing comes from there. So put an end of line resistor in it, and the fire panel's fine now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test these now. So this should have power yet, and then I can sound. I'll check these ones now, and all it is a case of then is I've tried belling these cables and none of them actually go to there. So there's obviously a cut between there and here. So worst case is that we're going to have to run a cable from here to a new call point, or to that one.